Guys, how are you? And today I want to show you how you can choose which brush is best for you. So I'm going to go over a couple of my favorite brushes that actually went on deep. I'm going to show you how to get a flawless face. So stay tuned. Okay, so when you're looking at doing like your brows or anything like that, you want to have like a tipped brush like this. You want it to have like a tipped end to it so you can use the spoolie for it. And you just want to be able to pull that hair up. So the tipped brush like this is really great for your brows. Okay, because it really does get that precise line there. Okay, so see how that gets that precise line. So this is just the angled brush. So as you see, all I have to do is just, hi Lori, all you have to do is just follow the line. How many of you are like totally full from Thanksgiving? I know I am, and I hardly eat anything. I'm not a turkey person. All I like is my mother-in-law's sweet potatoes. That's all I like. And I had maybe a half a spoon of mashed potatoes. That was it. And I'm still full. Like super full. I was kind of under the weather this morning. I didn't know if I was going to be able to go live. I'm not feeling too well. My daughter has a cold. So that's why I didn't call you, Lori, or message you, Lori, because my daughter's been sick since we've been here. And so I've been having to tend to her while we've been here. So she was bound to get a cold sometime. Bound to get a cold. Okay, so that is the tipped brush. And so the next brush I'm going to talk about is the concealer brush. Now, a little bit about the brushes that I'm using. They are actually handmade brushes. So what that means is that they're hand sewed. So if you've never used a hand sewed brush before, they're made much more precise versus a machine that just kind of cuts it. They're actually sewn into the brush. The bristles are sewn into the brush, so you're less likely to get any like loose hairs on your face, loose hairs in your makeup. They're gonna last you longer. Some of these brushes I've had since I started Lime Life, and they're probably I would say around maybe 2 years old. Some of them are. That's because they're really good quality. And another thing is like cleaning the brushes. The way you handle the brushes is very important as well. So I'm just going to show you how you can kind of use this brush for your concealer. So I'm just going to take this diffuser brush, and I use this diffuser brush for concealer. I use it for I use it for everything. I use it for foundation. I use it for everything. So I'm just gonna take my concealer that I use to cover redness, and I'm just gonna lightly apply a little bit over that lid area. Okay. So you don't need a specific concealer brush. I mean, concealer brushes are great, but you can use this brush too, which is multi-purpose. So it's not just for concealer. You can use it for anything you want to. So you can also use this diffuser brush for concealing spots on your face. So I'm going to use a green toned concealer to help cover that redness on my face. Just so I don't have to use as much foundation. So I'm just going to apply just a little bit of concealer, not a lot, just a little bit to kind of give it a I did not wear makeup yesterday for Thanksgiving. I was like, I'm totally anti makeup. I wear makeup almost every day, sometime during the day. So I was like, I'm not doing it. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to cover this really nasty zit. So, is there a salon? Is there a sale? Yes, there is a sale on the brushes. I have not said anything about that yet. So we do have Black Friday sale on our brushes. And we also have deals going on with our Brighter Together bundles. So I'm using one of the bundles today for the Brighter Together. I totally forgot about it. My brain is like on mommy mode. I'm like trying to get into my live because my daughter's sleeping. So I'm like, what do I got to do here? What do I got to do? So my objective with concealer is I use as much concealer on my face as possible. Like, and when I say that, I don't mean like cake it on. I mean, I use as much concealer to color correct my face so then I don't have to use as much foundation, if that makes sense. Hi, Lucy. So I just put a little bit under my eye. I don't put tons underneath my eye, but I put enough to where it's a little bit covered. So I use this little diffuser brush for everything. The other thing you're going to notice about handmade professional brushes is that they're so much lighter versus maybe ones that aren't. They're going to be like wooden, and you're not going to be able, they're not as easy to kind of move around in your hand, I find. So I'm able to have better grip on these brushes because of the design that they have on them. These are actually designed by makeup artists, which is really great because they deal a lot with makeup. So they want to make sure that they're using the best brushes possible. So now I'm just going over with just a tiny little bit of foundation. I'm not using tons today. I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting dressed up to go back on the couch and watch some football here. Again, today's Black Friday. Everybody's shopping online, which is crazy. I'm not Black Friday shopping this year. I got everything that I needed before Christmas, so I don't need it. You can also use this for your foundation as well, this brush. And so you can hit specific areas that you did not hit, over the eyebrow, maybe over. I always forget to hit my hairline. And that's why I like the big diffuser, because then I can actually kind of just spread that foundation. Now, if you noticed, I didn't use very much foundation. Most of it is concealer on me. So all that it's doing is just giving me some sort of lighter coverage. It's just kind of covering it a little bit. So, okay, good. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Lori. Hey girl, looking good. I almost never wear makeup anymore. I just have the time. I miss it. Babies are draining. Oh my gosh, Lucy, I know. Like, my daughter is so draining. Like, right now, she's a mama's girl, and so she constantly wants to be on me, like on my tummy, laying on me. And when she sits on me, she kicks me, and it's like, oh, it's just, I love her to pieces. Like, I wouldn't trade her for the world, but sometimes it's like, girl. Like, girl, you gotta give mommy a rest here. So the next brush I'm going to use is just this little tiny felt brush. It's nothing huge. I'm going to use the same shadow that I used for my lid, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it, and I'm actually just going to pop it into my crease right in here. And then I'm going to show you a quick little trick. So I'm just putting it in the corner of my eye. So you see how I'm going a little bit further up my lid, and the reason I do that is because I am hooded. Okay, so all I'm going to do is take this brush and I'm just going to blend out what I put on there. Okay, so see how that, just that little tiny brush motion, brushes do make a difference on how well things move on your face and how well they blend. I know it's crazy because I didn't believe it either. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm going to stick with my dollar e.l.f. brush over here. But I noticed that I use less makeup. I noticed that I use just less of everything. Things just last longer for me. And things just go more evenly on my skin. If you struggle with like streakiness on your face with your foundation, it could be a brush issue, could be a skincare issue, could be a number of issues. If you struggle with that, let me know and I can help you assess that. So I'm going to take this brush again, and the angled brush, I'm going to take the same brown that we just did for our liner, and I'm actually going to turn it into for our brow. And I'm actually just going to turn it into a slight liner on my eye. So see how I just kind of drug that on there and it just kind of totally changed my eye look. It just gave me a little bit of liner. It's not tons, just a little bit. And you can see how I take this and I kind of rub it off because I don't want tons on my eye, just enough. Just enough to give me something. So look at how well that looks on your eye. It just gives you a really nice filtered look, and it's just dashing out the door type of thing, which is really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can actually use your second eyeshadow as a cheek color and use this brown as a bronzer. Okay, so I'm going to do that first, and I'm just going to take this angled brush. So this is an angled brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. I use this for cheek color, bronzer, eyeshadow sometimes. I just do it really fast. This is number 3, and this has been my go-to since I've started doing makeup. It's just one of my favorite brushes. So I'm just going to take a little bit first, okay, and I'm just applying just a little bit, okay, and I'm just going to go a little bit downwards, and then I'm going to go over it with my foundation. Don't be nervous. It's not this dark. So I'm just going to go over it with my foundation brush. And you see how that really just lightened that up? Now, if you feel like it doesn't lighten enough, you can go in and take your foundation. You can go down a little bit further with it, so it matches more. Take some more foundation if you want, and just kind of blend it in. Bronzer doesn't scare me, but it may scare other people, so you don't have to do it. And then I just take what's left over and I just apply it on my forehead for bronzer. Okay. If you want to, you can go underneath here. Do you see how long that eyeshadow just lasts on your brush? You're just getting so much coverage for what you've put on there. Okay, so I'm going to use the eyeshadow Blush Hour, and I'm just going to take the same brush, and I'm actually just kind of wiping it off, and I'm just taking a little bit of that Blush Hour, and I'm just putting it on top of the bronzer, or the eyeshadow, the brown eyeshadow that I just put on. Okay. So I don't want tons. I just put it right on top of that bronzer. If you tend to put your bronzer this direction and your cheek color, it's actually going to pull your face down. You actually want your cheek color and bronzer to go this direction and not to go past right in here. The reason why is because our blood runs to the surface and it hits the tip of the cheekbone, and so we're typically really red right here, and it can also make you look older. You don't want to look older, right? You don't want to look any older, right? So, okay, I've got my base Flawless Face on, and so I'm just going to set it. And then I'm going to show you a quick little trick, because without a look, you have to have mascara. So I'm going to show you a quick little, I left my really good eye curler at home, so I had to pick this little doodad up because I hate putting on mascara without it. So I'm just going to, give me a second here. So I'm going to take my mascara. I'm going to wipe it off here. And then I'm going to, got like a little bit of something right there. And then I'm just going to apply that mascara. And then you're going to see this trick here in a second. Now, if you've watched me before, you know that I do not put mascara on my bottom lashes, and that's because it can tend to draw more attention to your wrinkles underneath your eyes. So I stay away from that. Okay? So I'm going to take this same little brush that I used for my eyeshadow, and I'm going to take some translucent powder. Okay, and I'm actually going to apply it to my lashes. So what this does is it actually avoids clumping, which you won't get clumping, but it helps avoid clumping. But it also gives volume. Okay, now I did forget to put some translucent powder on. So with your Flawless Face, you do have translucent powder. And I'm just going to put it on the areas that I get really frustrated with oily skin. Okay. And that's going to give me extra oil absorbent. Okay, so let's see the magic here. So you're going to see my lashes go to a new dimension just by that first coat and just by putting on that translucent powder. So it totally changes the look of your mascara. It just totally changes it. And it gives it a huge facelift. So if you struggle with baby lashes, it's a really good trick to do. And I, for one, have baby lashes. Really bad baby lashes. So you can continue to do this if you wanted to. I don't do tons of mascara. I just do enough to kind of get that coating on there. I'm just going through and I'm just getting everything. Okay, and so now I'm just going to put on my last piece of the pie. Awesome trick. I'm gonna have to try this. Yes, try it. It's awesome. And I'm gonna put on just a quick lip gloss, and it's just Humble. It's one of my favorites. It goes with everything. Like, everybody needs a lip gloss that just goes with everything. So that is my Flawless Face, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my favorite brushes that are multi-purpose. Typically I can get away with just using these two brushes with everything. For all my foundation, cheek color, bronzer, all of that stuff. I can even do my eyeshadow with this brush. It's pretty easy. So I can get away with 2 of them, but I know that it can be challenging to know what brush to use for what. So I love being able to go through these. If you have not seen our Black Friday specials, so they will be until supplies last. So make sure that you message me or get into my inbox so I can also help you get your perfect color match. So like I said, this is my favorite collection for Flawless Face. If you struggle with your makeup coming off on your mask, you're gonna love this collection. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.